You know, as a fan, there's only so much I can take. There's just so much I can take. Certain levels of performances, certain levels of result that I can take, certain lack of tactical awareness from a manager, constant mistakes, seeing the same old nonsense being repeated over and over and over before at some point, as a human being, not even as a fan, but just as a person, where my patience runs out and I start asking the serious questions. Why am I still supporting this? Why am I still believing in this? And here's the thing. I've reached that point at this point. The game yesterday against Club Brugge was truly the game where I started to question where I stood with this manager. Because yes, I've been critical of this manager. Yes, I've criticized his tactics. I've criticized the lack of plan Bs when plan A clearly doesn't work. I've called it out. I've been critical, but never once during that whole time have I been flick out. I have been keeping it 100. But I'm a human being, and as much as I would like to give this manager the benefit of the doubt, he's making it very difficult. There's going to be a lot of people who are going to watch this video are going to say, Omar, you are ungrateful. This guy won you domestic treble last season. He made you guys look like one of the best teams in Europe. And then after one poor start to the season, now you want to be flick out. Here's the thing. It's not just a result-based business for me. For a lot of people, they're reactionary. But one thing that I will never allow people to put on me is being reactionary. Yes, I criticize. Yes, I'm critical. I've been critical of the manager, been critical of the club, the sporting director, the president, the players, everybody. But it's very rare for me to actually come out and say, I want this guy out. Because when I reach my limit is when I usually want someone gone. For someone like Deco, I had my limit with him for a while. That's why I am Deco out, and I've been Deco out for a while. When it comes to Flick, I have reached my peak level of patience with him. In the game against Club Brugge was the game for me where it tipped the scale. And now I am one game away from being done. Because the definition of insanity is trying the same thing over and over and over multiple times, expecting different results. And I have noticed this season how easy it is to play against Barca. And this funny thing is, I was predicting this last season when we were winning, when we were on top of the world, and everybody was praising and glazing my club, talking about how beautiful the attacking football is. And it was beautiful, don't get it twisted. I enjoyed it. I was having the time of my life last season. But even in that time of joy, I still had time to call out the things that I thought could become a problem. I was telling people last season, I feel like we play the same way every single week. Doesn't matter if we're playing big teams, small teams, doesn't matter. We are so predictable in the way we play. If we end up stumbling into the wrong opponent and they finally expose how to play against this team, we are cooked. I was saying this last season. And now here we are. 25-26 season. So far this season, we have been embarrassed by Sevilla. We were embarrassed by PSG's B team. We were nearly embarrassed by Rayo Vallecano. Even the performances against Girona, Real Sociedad, losing to Real Madrid. It's the same way we keep losing these games. The high line doesn't work. And I've sat there and I've said, please, all I ask is a plan B. Well, guess what? I'm not asking anymore. I'm not asking anymore because clearly you are stubborn and you are going to die by the sword. No problem. Here's the thing. Football is a result-based business. And fans, this idea of attachment and bonds, it doesn't exist amongst Barca fans. You either win or you're gone. Ancelotti last season came from a double winning season where he won the League and Champions League. It wasn't good enough last season. That's why he left. That's why he left. That's why they got rid of him. That's why the fans were done. They wanted him gone. That is what it takes. That is what it takes. To manage a club of this level, you need to always be on your game. Sometimes you're not always going to win. But if you show a level of awareness of learning from your mistakes, fans will give you the benefit of the doubt. The reason why Flick is not getting any benefit of the doubt is because fans who are watching the game are seeing the same thing over and over and over and over again. And they're seeing no changes, no changing of the system, no change of plan, no plan B, no shifting players, no trying to move players in different areas and seeing what happens. And I know people are going to be like, oh, but Omar, he has been moving players. Certain players are not getting moved. Some players are not even being given a chance. This is the problem. And I'm saying this now. One game. We just drew yesterday against Club Brugge, who, by all expense and purpose, they actually played well. Fair play to them. They nearly won it in the end. But the funny thing is, if we were on our game, we would have won that game. But we were not on our game. And that's why we just drew. Because we just had a team good enough to really get a draw out of that game. But next up is on Sunday. Celta Vigo. If we lose that game, it's over. I'm done. And honestly, guys, I mean this when I say this. Even if he wins this game, or he draws, or whatever, even if I don't end up being fully Flick out, I don't see Flick continuing in the 26-27 season, to be honest with you. I think the pressure of the job will get to him like it got to guys like Xavi Hernandez. I see it. Because if you continue playing the way you are, the fans will turn, and they will turn hard. Do not think that you are safe because of what you did last season. So, Flick, I'm not going to ask you to change, bro, because clearly you're not going to change. But brother, if you want to live and die by the sword, by all means, guess what? I'm not going to die by the sword with you. Because at the end of the day, I'm Barca first before I am manager or player. Anybody, no one is safe from me. If I have had enough of you, I don't want you here. And this game against Celta de Vigo, it is judgment day for you when it comes to me. If we lose that game, I'm done. I'm Flick out. I am done. Sack him on the spot. That's what I have to say. But chat, I'm sure you guys are gonna absolutely love what I say. Let me know, guys, how much of a ungrateful fan I am. It is what it is. I don't care. At the end of the day, I want to see my club succeed, and I want to have a manager who has a plan A, plan B, plan C. Have all the plans. Because that's what good managers do. That's what it is. But let me know what you guys are saying in the comment section below. Smash the like button. Subscribe to the channel. Turn on notifications. And yeah, Visca el Barça, Visca Catalonia, and peace. Take care.